Welcome back to the show, everybody. This week, we are going to talk about the Bears demolishing the... Who the fuck did they play?
Patriots.
Yeah, it was the Patriots. Yeah, well, it wasn't demolishing.
Definitely said that we are prepared. Oh, we demolished them. We had more rushing yards than they had total yards.
That's,
I
think that does tell a hell of a story.
We all predicted, Chicago to go into Gillette and do what they did. No, but seriously, it was a hell of a game plan by Matt Eberflus. Just getting and Luke Getsy.
That name, man, Eberflus.
Eberflus. I knew from the first time I saw him, every time when he was still in the Colts, just to get off track or whatever. I knew he was going. I don't know. I just knew something about him was different, and I think he's going to be a great coach. It's going to take some time, and doing it with the talent that we have right now, I think it bodes well for the future.
No, I have to say, and I almost text you when I was watching the game that this was by far the most exciting Bears game I've seen all year. And I wasn't saying that in a dickish way. It was just they were fucking kicking ass. They were,
facts. I mean, we haven't won on prime. Like, I haven't had an enjoyable primetime game in years.
Yeah.
I don't know if this probably isn't true, but the one I can think of is the Thanksgiving game where it was Brett Favre. It was 2015, where they retired Brett Favre's jersey, and we beat them in Lambeau. But that was 2015. So I'm sure there was at least one or two primetime games. But this is being a Chicago fan. This is what we deal with. But anyway, just to get back to the game, like I said, it was a great game plan by Matt Eberflus. I mean, he outcoached Bill Belichick. Belichick said it. And, I mean, the film shows it.
Yeah.
Getting Justin Field on the run, moving the pocket, making easy throws for him. I mean, his legs, he's dynamic when he's running the ball.
No, you get him out of the pocket, he can make something happen. And it's not sloppy play. It's, he's looking to make a play, not just, necessarily run.
Here's the thing, though. Right. Well, he does a pretty good job of getting down. But here's the thing. I forgot what the thing was. That's the thing. No, but seriously, Justin Fields is a great deep ball thrower. He throws a great deep ball. But some of the easier, let's get the ball out, or RPO type of throws, quick throws, he struggles with. And so, again, getting him out, stuff he's comfortable with, I think right now is the key. And just let him grow into everything else. And, I mean, most Bears fans, we're realists. If you're a realist, you know what this year is. It's growth. It's $60 million in dead cap. It's over $120 million next year to spend. So you just have to be patient and know that, when you see young guys making plays out there, that's what counts. And even if we're taking losses, every game we've been in, even the Packers game, we were close with that until later on in the second half. But every game has been a one-score game. And if you're telling me we're a bad team but can be competitive, I'll take that. Because, we're still, like I said, we're still seeing flashes from Justin Fields. This game was another step in the right direction. Now, granted, we have the Cowboys next week, so it's another difficult task.
But you never know what you're going to get from the Cowboys.
That's true.
I mean, sure, they've been playing good. I can't take that away from them. But they always, when they're playing good, it seems like that's when they start to have their games where they shit the bed.
I'm glad you said that. I saw it pointed out on Twitter. At least once a year, it seems that they have a game at Jerry World, which is where we're playing, where they shit the bed. Because I don't know if you remember last year when the Broncos came in there and they blanked their ass. It was like 30-0. Like, they beat the shit out of them.
Mm-hmm. And that was with Dak, wasn't it?
It was.
Yes.
It was. And so it's just like...
So you can't say, he was hurt.
It's just like once a year they have that game. And so let's just hope this Sunday,
I do hope so. I'd like to talk about Belichick. What do you think... What do you think is happening, man? When Brady left, I really didn't think that it was this much Brady and this little Belichick that was the winning formula. You know what I mean? I thought it was more of a balanced formula, and I guess, putting the outlier of this year's Brady performance, since Brady left the Patriots, Brady's done better for himself than Belichick has.
Sure, no, definitely.
Ignoring this year, but even the past few years, Belichick has not looked like a Super Bowl winning coach.
He hasn't. But at times, they look competent. This year has been kind of up and down because, Mac Jones got hurt early, and then Zappy came in and lit the world on fire for 2 games. And then, Mac Jones comes back against us this past week, and he just doesn't look good. He was 3 for 6 for like 19 yards and a pick. The pick was, oh my god, I don't know if Jaquan Brisker, I don't know if you saw it, but it was an insane one-handed pick. That kid's gonna be something too. So
see, this is purely opinion, but between Zappe, I have a little bit of hope in, but I still think he'll be just another Ryan Fitzpatrick at best. That's his ceiling.
Go ahead. I'll let you finish.
And then Mac Jones, I've never seen anything out of him that's like, oh, that's my franchise quarterback. I see him as kind of a bridge, kind of like my Trubisky.
No, I agree with you. The only pushback since you said Trubisky is he was a winner in college. Now, granted, he spent 5 years there, 5 years behind Jalen, Tua. There's another quarterback I'm missing right now. So you spend all the time there, and then he did get his shot, and he did get him to the championship team. But I mean, he's always had weapons around him. Now you come into a great situation. I mean, the Patriots, they do it better than anybody else. They're the model for consistency.
Not as much. Well, yeah.
They're the model for consistency for the last 25 years.
Yeah.
I mean, 25 maybe a little bit, but 20, at least 20. At least 10 plus, more often than not. Playoffs, Super Bowls. I mean, come on now. Now you can say some of that's Brady, but it's not all him. And so last year,
they have a winning formula, but
exactly, Mac Jones was competent last year. Got him to the playoffs. He got exposed in the playoffs. Yeah. I mean, but he's a rookie, and so that's what I would say is you can say Brady's had more success, but he also was able to kind of come into a situation.
Oh no, Brady
loaded.
Brady picked where he was going.
Definitely.
He got to play Madden. I mean, he got to say, which franchise do I want to go to?
I mean, the Buccaneers at that point were just a piece away. I mean, a quarterback away. They had Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. They had pieces on the defense. It was just you had Jameis.
It's amazing that team now, though, you take Brady out of the equation. I mean, because you essentially have. He's been playing like shit.
True.
And the rest of the team has not been able to carry him.
Well,
that's
part
kind
of
of
it's
been
offensive line too, and Leonard Fournette's not running the same.
But their defense hasn't even carried.
Hasn't been, yeah.
And I know it hasn't been healthy.
PJ Walker looked like a star this past weekend. He's throwing 3 touchdowns against them, but
yeah,
that shouldn't happen with the Panthers. But
well, the Panthers are blowing up their franchise and got to stomp all over the Buccaneers. It's odd the way that franchise is gone. The Buccaneers.
I think just to finish the thought on Belichick.
Back to Belichick.
Just to finish the thought. I think
they're linked. This is what happens. You can't talk about Belichick without Brady in my book.
Yeah.
They're like fucking Siamese twins.
I mean, shit. As much success as they've had, they're pretty much joined at the hip. But I think the best bet for the Patriots' long-term future, and I don't know. Truthfully, I don't know how much time Belichick has left there because
he's gonna die on the field. I think everybody knows it. What the fuck else is he gonna do? What is that man gonna retire and do? Sit in a cabin and talk about football to himself?
Color coordinate or color commentary.
He could do this podcast. Yeah. Talk to nothing. No, you should see him on that Top 100 show. It's like a whole other person.
He wants to talk about, definitely.
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm saying. It's got to be football.
Motivated would he be to do that? Yeah.
And I mean, you wouldn't need the money, because that man hadn't probably spent a dime. He's been living like a politician his whole life. He lives in that fucking building.
Yeah.
He doesn't eat. He probably eats a very minimum diet.
The blandest of bland.
Yeah.
But
enough to keep him fueled.
They need to find a quarterback. I think Zappe can be a spark, but again, the two teams that he did beat were the two worst defenses.
Like that.
Were the two worst defenses in football. And then, he came in hot against the Bears, but he also flamed out after those first 2 drives. And he looked bad, and he threw 2 bad picks. So, ultimately, I saw yesterday they're going to go with Mac Jones this week. They have... Damn, who are they playing this week? Keep talking. I'll look it up. Keep talking.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I think your ceiling is pretty low either way. Mac Jones is serviceable. He's not... And that's why he was the 5th quarterback taken in that draft. It just makes it
sound like you're driving a shitty car. It's serviceable.
Well, no, it's just...
I got me the economy sedan.
Being... You're so stupid. Being in the right situation goes a long way. Okay?
Yeah.
So, Belichick did enough to get them into the playoffs last year with a quarterback
that was limited.
Sedan. Right. Yeah. Hey, it's safe.
Hey, and it's getting good mileage.
But ultimately, like I said, if you're trying to make that
move... It's not fast or fun.
They need to just bottom out. But Belichick isn't that type of coach. So,
I'd like to see more from Belichick. I know it sounds like he's going to run out on the field and make a play. But no, I would like to see him make some more ballsy decisions. I know that it's out of his MO, but just as like, hey, I'm still trying new stuff here. And I know it's probably not going to happen out of Belichick, but I would like to see it.
But what does he have to prove?
Nothing.
Yeah.
But why is he still coaching if he has nothing to prove? He's got to prove something to himself.
Yeah.
He wants another ring, and that one won't be enough. Even if he does win another ring without Brady, it won't be enough. I'm telling you, he's going to die on that field. I don't wish it on him. I'm not wishing this on anybody, but
no time soon.
No, 30 years from now,
he'll
break that record. He'll have like 5,000 fucking wins.
He'll be doing like a coach's challenge or some shit.
Yeah, it'll be finally that one challenge that pissed him off enough. He picks the flag up again, throws it at the ref again, hits him in the face.
Or doing like a block punt or some shit, and he's just on the sideline. Again, heaven forbid, no time soon.
No, but, not wishing it on him, but that's
everybody's got to go at some point, and that's how it's going to happen for that one. Moving on.
Robert Quinn has 102 career sacks. Do you think he'll play long enough to catch any of the top sack? Bruce Smith, Reggie White, anybody notable?
I mean, you could have gave me who's like the next person on that list.
We got Bruce Smith with 200.
I meant like
Reggie White had 198. I think Richard Dent ended with 121.
He did just break his sack record in Chicago this past season.
So he could hope to catch that. He's got to get.
I will say this:
18 more.
He is joining a very, very good front seven in Philadelphia, and he's going to be a rotational piece. Now, again, he only had one sack this year so far with us, and a lot of that is he's the most double team player in the league. And so you go to a situation where they're already dealing with double teams for Fletcher Cox or, of course, I'm drawing a blank, Josh Sweat, or there's other names I'm drawing a blank on right now, of course. But if you're dealing with that situation, somebody's going to be singled up. And Robert Quinn can eat in that situation. So, I mean, I wish him nothing.
He's set up for success. I'd like to see what he's going to do, but
wish him nothing but
I wouldn't have let him go if I were a Bears
we have
front of house.
Dominique Robinson,
like they're working in a restaurant.
A rookie pass rusher behind him, and Travis Gibson. And we got an undrafted free agent. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank on his name right now, too. So you got guys you want to see what they can bring. And if we can get a 4th-round pick and pick up part of his salary this year and have that off the books next year, you got to take it.
Correction, ladies and gentlemen, in my piss-poor stat relaying skills, Richard Dent had 137.5 sacks. He is ranked 14th all-time, tied with John Randall. Shout out John Randall. Love John Randall. 141, I got that number. 141.5 is Michael Strahan's all-time, what he ended with. He was 0.5 sacks behind Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah,
2 New York Giants.
greats.
Yeah, back-to-back there in the all-time list.
Shout out to Michael Strahan.
Yeah.
On a random note, but just to go. No, we're not gonna. I don't care about him that much, but I respect his career to go from a great football player to a great analyst on TV. Not just football, just in general.
Yeah, no, he's tried. He's done the daytime TV. He's made the rounds. I mean, he's made his bag, and then some.
More talented than I would ever be. So shout out to him.
I have a special connection to Michael Strahan because of my gap. My grandmother's always thought that I look like him.
You like the high yellow version.
Yeah, a lot smaller. I wish I was his size. We did play the same position at a point in time.
Our gaps are the same width.
Yeah. It's the only parts of our body that are anywhere near the same.
Size maybe, he's up there.
We could share the same mouthpiece. That's bond.
Pretty fucking gross, but whatever.
I bet I probably would have had a bigger helmet too. I bet I would have had a bigger helmet.
Yeah.
That's just my ego. So I just want to roll this off because I pulled it up. I got a big ass head, man. There's a lot of shit in it.
All right.
This is not from the Dome, but I do want to reel this off. The top 20 all-time sack leaders. Leading is Bruce Smith with 200 sacks. Reggie White with 198. Deacon Jones. Shout out Deacon Jones. A lot of you kids out there in the crowd don't know who the fuck that is.
Yep.
173.5 sacks, and he probably had a lot more than that because he played in an era when they didn't track shit. Yeah. They didn't know what time it was. Coming in at fourth is Kevin Green, 160 sacks. Julius Peppers follows him in fifth with 159.5 sacks.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. Jack Youngblood with 151.5. Chris Dolman with 150.5. Alan Page from the Vikings with 148.5. Then we're back to the Giants greats. Lawrence Taylor, LT, 142 sacks. He should have had more. Michael Strahan, 141.5. Jason Taylor from the Miami Dolphins, 139.5. Terrell Suggs from those fucking Ravens, 139 even.
How many were against you?
At least 130 of them. 100 of those sacks for Ben Roethlisberger. No, I'm rubbing those up a little bit, fluffing those stats. But hey, kudos to him. If he had been drafted to the Steelers, I'd love the guy.
I'm sure.
Still put him on the team in Madden plenty of times.
So, are you...
13th is DeMarcus Ware with 138.5. Richard Dent, the one I fucked up on earlier, 137.5, tied with John Randall.
Chicago Bears legend, Richard Dent. Super Bowl champion, Richard Dent. Put some respect on his name, goddammit.
Sprinkle it in there. Jared Allen, another, arguably, Chicago Bear, great for a time. Yeah.
Hey, look, he got a sack or two.
He retired with 136 sacks, and Ricky Jackson was tied with him at 136 sacks. Then the following are John Abraham, 133.5, Carl Eller, 133.5, and then Leslie O'Neal. That name sounds familiar to me, but I don't know who the fuck it is.
Comedian?
Right?
Leslie Jordan, never mind. Forgive me.
Leslie O'Neal.
6'4", I can see it.
Born May 6, 1964 in Little Rock, Arizona.
What I should have asked you while you were doing that was to say like the highest current players that are on that list. Because what I was going to segue into was...
I didn't see any current players on that list.
Well, of course you wouldn't. Not that high up. But I was saying like... The close league, yeah, but
I mean, until somebody signs you, you're out of the league.
But where was I going with this?
I wasn't going anywhere with this. We were talking about sack leaders, and that's. Yeah, I just wanted to.
Again, we're in an era where I don't feel like it's gonna be as many guys on that list.
No, I don't know where I got Robert Quinn breaking it. He ain't gonna catch Bruce Smith. If he does, hey, good for him. Oh, that's what brought up Bruce Smith. He's actually He spoke at a rally somewhere locally here, speaking out against, damn it, now I'm going to forget the word and not sound as smart. All right. Not nepotism, not jingoism. It's another one of those isms where you get your friends' jobs. It's what politicians do.
It is nepotism.
No, that's getting your family jobs. This is getting your friends and unqualified people jobs.
The way of the world. I mean, come on. Now.
Right? But they've given it an ism now.
Oh.
They've given it an ism, Phil. You're not up with this? Let me pull up the ism. It's a new ism. We gotta talk about an ism. Cronyism. There we go. Cronyism. The appointment of friends and associates to positions of authority without proper regard to their qualifications.
Can we get like some British music or some shit for that part? No, I mean like...
Yes. Yeah. Alright. That, honestly... Speaking out against that at this point, I feel like it's an uphill battle to say the least. It's something that is the foundation of almost any political system. I mean, any business even. I mean,
That goes back to anytime they try to regulate where, politicians get their money from. Anytime they try to bring light to it, you see all those bills get voted down because they don't want that exposed.
I thought of this unique argument. See, politicians can't use their own money to run. What if we try it the other way? But then would we just have a fucking country full of businessmen trying to run it? Would it not be any different?
There is no sweet spot to it because ultimately you're always going to have people who want something or want to attach themselves
if they're giving you money, they're going to expect something for it.
Yeah, that's just how
and no matter how, how they want to term the money. No, this is just a donation or what's that? A lobby.
I mean, again.
I'm lobbing you this money. Now do what the fuck I asked you to, is what really happens.
Yeah.
And that's either side. I'm not picking a side here. Because I think they're all fucking
politics.
crooked.
Yeah. Well, at its core,
and I mean, they're all out for themselves to some degree, and you really, at the end of the day, you can't blame them. I mean,
but I will say,
gotta look out for yourself.
I will say one thing: vote. I can't sit here and I won't get political in here because it's not my place. But vote. It is. We always like to talk about in this country rights to exercise our rights, whether it's freedom of speech or the rights to bear arm. Voting is one of those rights, and so I believe that everybody should exercise that. So, vote.
And I'll stand, in the middle of that. Like all rights, you have the right not to use it as well. Just because you have the right to own a gun doesn't mean you have to have one.
See, this is. I don't know.
No,
you're good. I just gotta
just
text.
taking the beehive.
You're gonna get the vibration in there.
That's okay. So, a little bit of vibration.
Know what the vibration is?
A little bit of vibration in a podcast is good. Feel my vibrations, Phil.
I'm gonna pass, but I just got sent.
I just had to feel yours. You could at least feel mine.
For a sample ballot, like, I didn't listen to my podcast. Like, are we that famous that these motherfuckers is sending me texts with a sample ballot?
At this point, I know Google listens to everything.
Yeah.
But I just, how do they filter what's actual useful information? You know what I mean?
Well, they hire somebody to do this shit. It's just like with.
And then that guy's gonna get lazy and be like, "Fuck this! I'll just fucking listen to Miley Cyrus and jack off for my 8-hour shift."
If the voice of Miley Cyrus can get you off. Well, again, I'm not here to kink shame. That's your thing.
I'm sure there's somebody that can enjoy it.
Not the voice, though. But, there's still
Singing
people that
voice,
call into,
maybe?
Those hotlines.
What was that one line she did? She did some kind of... FM 99, the local radio station, they used it for jokes and shit, and it's one of her most countryest sound bites. I can't remember what the fuck it is. I wish I had a clip of it. That's great setup there, Jay.
Soundboard, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, if anybody has a good soundboard that's free, drop it in the comments or a link to it. I would much appreciate that.
I got a Les Brown one, but I don't know if I need
Brown.
Motivational speaking. Oh, I do have this one.
I thought you literally meant less.
So
I thought you meant literally less brown, like less in the brown color.
Les Brown, the motivational speaker.
Okay. Like less brown? What do you mean?
So we got.
It's less brown than the other one? I'm tired of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking place.
See, I was looking for that, but I don't see that one on here, so I don't know. We got. You see the icon of the snake or anything that would indicate that?
I actually think.
Eating, piss drinking motherfucker.
Oh.
That's the one that says bad motherfucker.
I got that.
That's right. You can't kill me, motherfuckers.
You thought the same thing I did. Like, there he is.
I tried it.
Yeah, these are all his older movies.
Look, man, it's a soundboard that was on my fucking phone.
English, motherfucker.
Do you speak it?
No, they didn't even finish it.
I'm a mushroom cloud laying motherfucker.
Tell them again.
I like that motherfucker.
You owe me some money, motherfucker.
Whole lot of
You
money.
know all them motherfuckers is crooked as a barrel of snakes. You still motherfucking cracker, you know that, right?
I'm glad we are over 20 minutes into the video. Otherwise, has no chance in hell of getting monetized with all them motherfuckers in there. We got too many motherfuckers in here. Nice. Yeah, good. Segueing into what other blasphemous craziness did I have in mind for the show today? This might get cut into another video. Hello again, folks. This is Editor J chiming in. The conversation tonight went on a little longer than we planned on, so the next half of this video will be posted and shared later on. We'll be continuing the conversation, and it'll be less about the Bears, more about other things. I just want to take this moment. We got lost in the sauce in the video, and just thank you all for tuning in, and thank you for listening. Please leave a like, subscribe, like again, and subscribe again, but don't unsubscribe, pretty please. Stick around, stick with us. That video will be coming soon, and I've got some more in the works.